Listen, I have the wrong mindset for work. I have a very distorted and disrupted mindset for working. I always thought I had to put in a lot of hours in order to see some progress, and in order to feel good about the thing that I'm doing, in order to see like success. I'm not saying that I'm seeing any kind of success at all, but I'm learning quite a few things when it comes to like building a business and enjoying the business in the long run. And what I'm learning is, you don't gotta work up until a point that you eventually hate that what you're doing. If you're passionate about something, I believe right now that you should do as much as you feel comfortable doing, slightly progressively overloading, but not to the point that you then hate that what you're doing, because it will lead to you eventually hating that what you do. I had this with music. So I was an artist before I started to make YouTube videos, and I worked so hard on that what I wanted to do that I've put aside everything that was important of everything that just was important to my self-improvement and my life. I stopped seeing people that I enjoyed seeing. I stopped performing activities that I enjoyed, and that led me to being a very unhappy person. And I started to hate working on music because of the fact that I was sacrificing so much for music that I was not even enjoying the progress of making music. And I realized that I was not even making a life experience anymore, that I was not experiencing life the way I should have been experiencing life in order to make music about it. I noticed that I was making the same kind of songs on repeat, and that I hit a plateau when it comes to that. Eventually I lost the passion for music, and I realized that what I want to do is something completely different, and I don't necessarily see myself making music for different reasons. I'm gonna make a different video related to that, to why I quit making music in general. I maybe post a link to my unreleased songs, maybe, I don't know. But the whole thing is, I got the wrong mindset for work. I always thought I had to put in 40-50 hours of work a week in order to see progress, but actually you can work 4 hours a week, maybe 10 hours a week, and still see progress. You can maybe even work 2 hours a week and see the progress. There's like this notion, like, if you want to be very good at something, you got to do it every day. Well, you could to some degree do that, but it doesn't have to be 2 hours a day, for example. It can be like even 5 minutes. I believe. I'm trying to test that out with YouTube. What I love so much about YouTube is I can record 3-4 videos in a couple of hours, and I can upload that like once every week or 2 times every week, and I enjoy that. Like, that's easy for me. I can, when I'm at work, I can think of because I don't have such a draining, like mentally draining job, I have the opportunity to think about topics, and I have the opportunity to like experience work and life, and my thoughts go all over the place, and then eventually I hit something that I want to further expand upon. I write it down, and I just simply build it up in the coming days, or maybe in that moment itself. And then when I'm home in the weekend, I'll just sit down, finish that topic, and record it. And I can do that, and maybe it takes me like 5 hours max a week to get it done, and I enjoy it. And I am kind of convinced that if I continue to do this authentically, that I will see some kind of success and some kind of result, because I believe that there are a lot of people who have the wrong mindset and who experience the same thing as me. There must be. Like, I don't believe that I'm the only person who is experiencing like this kind of life, where he always thought that in order to see good progress, he has to work a lot. Now that I'm thinking about it, the most progress I've made in my music was when I was working full-time at Foot Locker as a shift leader. I was meeting a lot of people, and I only had like 6 to 10 hours of time to work on music in a week. And I've made so much progress. I was making a song every week, but I was always I always met a lot of people. I always had the opportunity to talk, and I believe that it created life experience and also the understanding of people, and it inspired me to make specific kind of songs, because it made me reflect on myself and make me and reflect upon my decisions, and then eventually turn that into a song. So that's why I believe as well that you need life experience, and that we should not work 40 or 50 or 60 hours a week where we are only focused on the money, and then we don't have any time to experience life, because life is a gift, and we should actually live life. we should really live life to the fullest. But if we cannot do that because of work, we will become very bitter people. And I see that at my job. People who work a lot of hours, they are usually very bitter people because they don't have anything in life that they can actually do besides work. It becomes gray, it becomes dull. And I've had this with music. I was working so much on my music and working so much on the projects that I disliked working on them because it was taking so much out of my life that I was not even enjoying the little things anymore. I always wanted to persevere, but I actually did not persevere. I didn't persevere and I did not succeed because I was not enjoying it anymore, and I was being inauthentic to that what I actually wanted to do. And I noticed that I was lacking in just being a human. And whenever you get the moment that you are, how do I call it? The second you feel that you are not a human and you notice that you were once at a specific point and you see yourself regressing from that point, man, it breaks your heart. It breaks your heart because you've put in so much work to get to a specific kind of point, and now you don't even have that, like, how do you call it? You don't even have that momentum anymore. So you gotta build up the momentum again. And this brings me to the book that I've read called The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. And he said that the moment you gain momentum, like, it takes a long time to gain momentum, but once you have it, it doesn't take much to sustain it. But when you stop sustaining it, you will lose all that what you've built, indeed. And then you gotta start from ground zero again. So yeah, I wanted to express that. I'm currently driving to the gas station to fuel my car and wash my car, but I had to get this thought out of my mind. And yeah, may it be of value for you. And I wish you a very, very nice day. Bye-bye.